We're diving into 15 raw, brutally honest psychological truths about women that most men are too afraid to face. These insights aren't just about understanding women, they're about mastering yourself. Because, as the Stoics teach, control over your emotions and understanding reality as it is, not as you wish it to be, is the key to true power. Stick around. This could be the edge you've been missing. 1. Mental stimulation is key. Let's get this straight. For women, attraction begins in the mind. You could be the most physically impressive man, but if you can't mentally stimulate her, you'll just be another guy she forgets. Women crave deeper connection. The more you engage her intellect, the easier it becomes for her to emotionally connect, and yes, even reach orgasm. But here's the kicker. This isn't about pretending or pandering. It's about mastering your own mind. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you shape your thoughts with confidence and intention, that energy will engage her. This is why mental and emotional connection often outweighs physical touch for women. It's not manipulation, it's understanding the rules. Just like Stoicism teaches, control starts with mastering yourself. Work on your intellect, emotional discipline, and confidence. When you engage her mind, everything else follows. 2. Creams and foreplay can enhance intimacy. Here's the raw truth. Women crave attention to detail. It's not just grand gestures, it's the small intentional acts that leave a lasting impact. Using creams or oils during foreplay can intensify sensations and create a deeper connection. It shows you're not rushing, you're fully present. But here's where Stoicism comes into play. Intimacy is as much about self-mastery as it is about physical connection. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If you're unfocused, she'll notice. When you engage her mind and body with intention, you're not just enhancing pleasure, you're creating a deeper, more meaningful connection. This isn't about tricks. It's about understanding that foreplay is just as important as the main act. When you master the details, you elevate the experience for both of you. 3. Scent sparks love. Here's a brutal truth most men overlook. Attraction isn't just about what you say or do, it's often what you don't notice. If a woman loves the way you smell, your chances of her falling in love increase by an insane 97%. That's right. A simple scent can trigger a deep, emotional connection. It's a primal thing. The Stoic perspective here? It's about paying attention to the subtle forces that influence us, things we often ignore. Marcus Aurelius taught that we should focus on what's in our control, and in this case, your scent is a part of that. You can't fake chemistry, but you can choose the scent you wear. When you focus on the small details, like maintaining good hygiene and wearing a scent that suits you, you're not just making a good impression, you're subtly tapping into a deeper, almost subconscious attraction. It's a small act, but it carries weight. And the reality is, when she's drawn to you in this way, it's not just attraction, it's the beginning of something much more powerful. 4. Worrying about appearance. Many women worry about how they look during intimate moments. It's something they often don't talk about, but it's there, lingering in the back of their minds. No matter how confident they seem, the fear of judgment or not measuring up can consume them. This is where you come in. A simple reassurance, genuine and grounded in confidence, can shift her mindset entirely. You see, the Stoic approach teaches us to focus on what's within our control. Her appearance isn't something you can control, but how you react to it is. By offering steady assurance and staying calm, you're not just calming her nerves, you're taking control of the situation, leading with confidence and showing that you're secure enough not to be fazed by superficial concerns. In a world obsessed with perfection, your ability to remain centered and grounded will set you apart. So don't be fooled. True attraction isn't just about physical beauty. It's about mental and emotional security. 5. Dates for free meals. Let's talk about a reality most men won't admit. 38% of women admit they'll go on dates just for the free meal. Yep, you heard that right. While you're sitting there thinking it's all about romance, she's eyeing the steak and the dessert like it's her last supper. It's not always about you, bro. This is where you need to step back and take the stoic approach. Detach yourself from the outcome and focus on what you can control, your own actions. Don't fall for the idea that every date should lead to something more. Women are complex, and their motivations aren't always as straightforward as they seem. Understanding this is key to not getting caught up in the chasing game. You've got to embrace the fact that some women just want a free meal. It's not personal, it's just the way it is. Stoicism teaches us that it's not about what happens to us, but how we respond to it. If you handle situations like this with calm and resilience, you're already ahead of the game. Be aware, stay grounded, and keep your focus. 6. Ovulation boosts desire. Here's a raw fact you need to understand. During ovulation, women experience a surge in desire and arousal. It's not just in their head, it's in their biology. Nature does its thing, making them more sexually charged, more attuned to attraction. They're more likely to seek out intimacy or feel drawn to a man's presence during this time. But here's the kicker. This isn't about you doing something right or winning her over. It's about timing and recognizing nature's cycles. This is where Stoicism can come in. A Stoic doesn't get swept up in external forces or emotions. Instead, he recognizes them, accepts them, and controls his own response. When a woman's arousal spikes because of her ovulation, you can choose to either see it as a win or remain grounded. Understand what's happening without overvaluing it. Just like in Stoicism, recognizing and understanding the world's natural rhythms empowers you to keep your cool and focus on what truly matters, your self-discipline and clarity. 7. The desirable man effect. Here's something most men don't realize. Your value in a woman's eyes skyrockets when other women find you desirable. It's not just about how you look or what you say. It's social proof. The moment a woman sees that other women are interested in you, she begins to wonder what she's missing out on. It's primal. It's the same reason why a rare car or exclusive product seems more appealing when others are chasing it. But this isn't some manipulative trick. It's a raw, biological fact. Women are wired to be attracted to men who are seen as high value by others. This is where the power of Stoicism comes into play. A Stoic understands that his worth is not defined by others' perceptions, but by his own inner virtues. When you're grounded in self-respect, mastery of your emotions, and a clear purpose, that quiet confidence radiates. Don't get caught up in seeking approval from others. Recognize that your real strength lies in owning your life with purpose. Let social proof work in your favor, but never depend on it. The Stoic approach is all about focusing on your path, and the rest will follow. All right, we've covered 7 out of the 15 surprising psychological facts about women. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which fact hit you the hardest. Here's a phrase I want you to comment. Understanding women starts with understanding yourself. What do you think about that? Does it resonate with the Stoic approach we've been talking about? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'll be reading every single one of them. Let's keep it moving. 8. Position preferences vary. Here's a brutal truth. Some women have specific preferences when it comes to intimate positions. One of the most common? Penetration from behind. For many, this position not only intensifies physical pleasure, but also creates a deeper, more primal connection. But don't kid yourself into thinking it's just about physicality. Women's desires are influenced by emotions, trust, and even subconscious factors. So, when she gravitates towards this position, it's not just about the act, it's about how she feels in that moment. Now, in true Stoic fashion, this is where you embrace control over what you can control, your understanding of her desires, your willingness to adapt, and your confidence in your ability to give her what she craves. In relationships, the key isn't about making assumptions. It's about being perceptive and knowing when to shift gears. Just as in Stoicism, it's not about rigid expectations. It's about mastering your responses, adjusting to the present moment, and giving her what she truly needs. 9. Attention and empathy. Heal. Here's a truth you need to understand, and fast. When a woman is upset, it's not about fixing things. It's about listening. No advice, no quick fixes, just your presence and empathy. We live in a world where men are quick to act, to solve, to do something. But when it comes to women, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. Just listen fully and without judgment. This isn't a weakness, it's strength. The strength to be present, the strength to offer genuine empathy, and the strength to recognize that sometimes you don't have to control everything. Like in Stoicism, the power lies not in forcing outcomes but in mastering your response. When you show up, calm, grounded, and present in her moment of need, you become an anchor. You stop trying to fix her emotions and simply let her express them. And that's when real connection begins. 10th, secret thoughts of affairs. Here's a harsh truth. 68% of women admit they've considered having an affair if they knew they wouldn't get caught. This isn't some rare anomaly, it's the reality. The truth is, women are emotional creatures. When they feel emotionally unsatisfied or neglected, they might start thinking about stepping out. But here's where the red pill perspective kicks in. This isn't your fault, unless you're the one who's become complacent in your relationship. The brutal reality. Many men spend their energy on the wrong things, chasing validation, worrying about what they can't control, and not putting in the work to become the best version of themselves. Women test you. They test your strength, your consistency, and your ability to lead. If you let yourself slip, if you're not providing her with emotional depth, she'll start to look elsewhere. Stoicism teaches us to control what we can, our actions, mindset, and the effort we put into our relationships. Don't let emotional neglect be your downfall. Stay sharp, stay present, and lead your relationships with purpose. 11th, best friend versus boyfriend. Here's a hard pill to swallow. Some women secretly love their best friend more than their boyfriend. Yeah, you heard that right. While you're out here thinking you're the man in her life, the truth is that emotional closeness and deep trust she shares with her best friend often holds more weight than the attraction you think you've cultivated. But let's be real for a second. This isn't an attack on women. It's about the brutal reality of relationships. If you're not building a genuine emotional connection with her, if you're just going through the motions or focused only on physical attraction, you're setting yourself up for failure. This is where the red pill hits home. Women aren't just looking for a partner, they're looking for a leader, a man who can match their emotional depth, keep them intrigued, and be the rock when things get tough. It's not just about being her boyfriend, it's about being her confidant, her protector, and her equal. And here's where Stoicism comes in. Focus on the things you can control. Don't whine about her emotional connection with someone else. Build your own emotional strength and reliability. Control your own actions and mindset, and you'll naturally become the man she truly values. 12th, confidence and emotional maturity. Let's cut through the fluff. If you think women in their 40s are all about the physical game, you're missing the point. As they mature, it's not about how many times you can perform, but about how emotionally stable, intelligent, and confident you are. For women in this age group, intimacy becomes more satisfying when it's rooted in emotional balance and mental strength. The brutal truth? Physical attraction alone won't get you far. You could be in the best shape of your life, but if you're emotionally immature or insecure, you'll fall short. This is where red pill philosophy hits hard. You need to be the man who leads emotionally. A woman doesn't want a boy who's still chasing validation. She wants a man who's grounded, who knows his worth, and who can engage her emotionally. This is where Stoicism comes in. True confidence doesn't come from external validation, but from an inner sense of purpose and emotional resilience. Focus on cultivating those qualities that you can control, and you'll see your relationships take on a whole new level of depth. 13. Size doesn't matter. Let's smash a myth that's been drilled into every guy's head for years. Size isn't everything. The reality is simple. An average-sized penis is more than capable of bringing pleasure. The average vagina was made to fit comfortably, and more than size, what truly matters is compatibility. Men who obsess over size often miss the bigger picture. It's not about a number. It's about your presence, your confidence, and how you carry yourself in the moment. The truth is, women are far more satisfied with men who lead, both in and out of the bedroom. A man who knows how to engage, make her feel desired, and take charge has the power to create the intimacy that size alone can't provide. This is where Stoicism provides real value. Focus on what you can control. You can't change your body, but you can refine your mindset, emotional maturity, and your ability to connect on a deeper level. A man's confidence, self-control, and presence will always outweigh any physical insecurity. So stop worrying about size and start focusing on what truly counts. 14. Body language speaks volumes. Here's a truth that many men overlook. Women speak with their bodies constantly. If you're not paying attention to the small, subtle cues, you're missing out on some of the most powerful signs of attraction. Women often communicate more through body language than words, pointing toes, playing with their hair, leaning in close, or subtle glances. These aren't just random behaviors, they're clear signals of interest. The brutal reality is, if you're not aware of these cues, you're leaving the door open for another guy who is. It's not just about reading her body, it's about owning your own. Confidence in your posture, your movements, and the way you carry yourself can shift the energy in the room. When you stand tall, make direct eye contact, and exude self-assurance, you're not just responding to signals, you're sending them. This ties into Stoicism. Control the things within your power. Your body language is in your hands. Don't let fear, insecurity, or uncertainty distort your presence. Master it, and you'll start seeing attraction in ways you never imagined. 15. Communication is everything. The truth is, most guys fail miserably at this, thinking that silence or playing games will somehow win a woman over. But here's the hard reality. Women want clarity. They crave open, direct communication about desires, boundaries, and expectations. It's not just about listening. It's about being honest and assertive, stating what you want, and hearing them out without hesitation. When you skip this, you set yourself up for frustration and confusion. If you're not talking openly about what's on your mind, you're leaving the door open for miscommunication and unmet expectations. Women value a man who knows how to communicate his thoughts without being overly emotional. They respect strength in vulnerability. This is where Stoicism comes into play. It's not about controlling others, but controlling yourself, your emotions, your reactions. When you can have clear, honest conversations without letting your feelings or ego take over, you're demonstrating emotional maturity. That's the kind of man women trust. And trust, in the end, is the foundation of everything. Whether it's a relationship, a partnership, or even a fleeting connection. There you have it. 15 surprising psychological facts about women. Whether it's about love, attraction, or emotional connection, understanding these can help you navigate relationships with more confidence and empathy. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Now, before you go, I want to hear your thoughts. Which one of these facts blew your mind the most? Comment below with, "The more I understand, the more I control."